Alright, I'm doing a video today on my Hubsan X4. This is the H107C HD model. As you can see, it has a little camera up front. That's 720p video at 25 frames a second. And here it is, rather small. As you can see, it fits right in the palm of my hand. Now, the camera module, it has a micro SD card that it records on. And that's an 8 gig that's in there. This little button on the side is how you start and stop recording. Right in here is where your battery goes. As you can see, small little battery. This is a 3.7 volt, 380 milliamp hour battery. I got it off of Amazon. Alright, so plug it in. You just take the two connectors, mate them up, and they're in. Now, once it turns on, what you'll see, hopefully, the little red light will turn on the bottom, then extinguish. That means the camera module is taking with your SD card and decided that it's good to go to record. So to start recording, turn to the side, hit the record button, and your little red light's going to turn on and start blinking. That means it's recording. Alright, you want your wires tucked in as much as possible because that affects the weight and balance of your quadcopter. Now before you fly, flick your props, make sure they're all spinning freely. This is a good way to check if you have a potentially bad motor that might cause some control issues or drift. So just a little flick. It's often enough to tell you, hey, this one's kind of stiff or whatever. This one's a little bit slower than the rest. Keep an eye on it, see how it affects the flying. Now, notice the two blue lights at the top are blinking. That means it's waiting to be paired up to the controller. So to pair it, you set it down on a flat surface. And that's key because that's how the gyroscope on board gets calibrated. So to turn it on, to connect to the controller, you just turn the controller on. Red light's going to turn green on here. And the lights on the quadcopter itself will go solid. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on expert mode. This gives me a bit more control. You just push down the right stick. And when you go to take off, you slowly spool it up. And that's so that if you have a slow motor or anything like that, you won't inadvertently flick your quadcopter. I'm just going to do a quick circuit and bring it back home. Ooh. Oh, that motor's really screwing things up. Let's bring her in. Wasn't that pristine? That was a great landing, huh? Those normally don't happen. Okay, now I'm taking it off of expert mode. And this is just to show the difference in pitch. Added pitch control that you have. Alright, so this is normal flight, relatively level. Now if I want to pitch forward, I just jam the stick, and there she goes. Now, what might be a little bit difficult to see is how many degrees of pitch that you actually have. So it's more of a gentle pitch. Now, you can switch to expert mode in flight, and I'm going to do that. So, right here is your normal pitch. I'm going to bring it back in normal. And this is expert. Now, expert mode allows you to do really quick, tight maneuvers if you need to. Ooh, I just hit that tree. Alright. So, one thing to keep in mind is you will have accidents. And when you do have an accident, let's say your quadcopter lands in the grass like this, what you don't want to do is just take off right away. You need to walk over, take a look at it, make sure that your propellers are on, and they're fine, that your legs haven't popped open, like if I hit hard enough for one of them to pop open like that, you want to do is make sure it's squeezed back in. So if we do have another impact, that leg can absorb it. Alright, take a look at your props, make sure they're not too damaged. These are kind of old, I'm going to be replacing them soon, so I'm not really too concerned about them. But what you do need to be careful with is looking down on them, you'll notice that these stress lines are on the hub. Pay attention to those. If you start to see tears or anything, take them off, because it's bad. Alright? Now, it's fine, and what you don't want to do is have it take off out of grass, because some of these blades might actually get wrapped around your propeller, and then you don't have as much control as you should. So I'm just going to hand launch. And it is a little bit windy, but it's not the wind that's causing this thing to be so unstable today. It's that motor. I don't have as much control as I should. So I'm going to have to be replacing a motor on this pretty soon. See that drastic move I just did? How quickly it pitched forward and what kind of pitch angle I was getting out of it. Now, that's typically what you won't get in normal. So this is normal. And notice it pitches a lot more gradually, and it doesn't do quick maneuvers. Whereas this, being expert, I can go ahead and, like, oh, there's something I'm about to hit, I can quickly maneuver away from it. Now I'm going to bring her back down. And we're going to do a grass landing today. Nice and easy. Perfect. And that's a quick flight of the Hubsan X4. Now, one thing to remember is when you go to turn it off, if you're recording, see a little flashing red light, you have to turn it off. Stop the recording by pushing the button on the side. Otherwise, it won't close the video file, and then you would have lost what it just recorded. So, this is the Hubsan X4 H107C. A little bit battle damage because I have blown the hell out of this thing. And these props are on the way out. There's a motor that's kind of weak, and, well, you know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Okay, there's glass. Come on.